Hello everybody and welcome to the channel Crossing the Spiritual Streams. My name is Tandra and today we're going to do our weekly rune reading today's theme is going to be the star. And if you're unfamiliar with these readings, basically they work like the tarot pick-a-pile readings in that we give you 3 different readings to choose from. This week's theme is the star, so we have 3 different star cards here that will help denote which reading to go to. This one's for reading 1, this one's for reading 2, and this one's for reading 3. So the first one is kind of the traditional star card. The second one is the cats looking upon a fallen star. And the third one is also a similar traditional one, but a little bit more fairy and angel-like in its theme. Okay, so that's reading 1, 2, and 3. And basically you go with your gut instinct, and whichever one is pulling you in the most, that's the reading that you should go to. There will be links in the description with the timestamps that will help lead you to your reading when you're ready to go there. These readings does include the runes, Chinese tiles, oracle spheres, and angel numbers. And basically these readings are kind of give you a general idea of what energies you're going to be seeing during the week, what kinds of things you might see during the week or have to deal with or handle, or emotions you might have, that kind of thing. Also, it's to help the angels and spirit guides give you any specific guidance or specific messages they'd like to tell you through the angel numbers as well. We also have the oracle spheres, so you can be thinking of a yes or no question that you can get an answer to as well. So that's basically what these readings are all about. We're going to give you a moment or so to reflect on these piles or these readings, basically these specific cards. And when you're ready, you can go to the timestamp in the description and go directly to your reading, and we'll see you there. Hello, reading 1, and welcome to your reading. Those of you that chose the traditional star card here, we're going to go through and we're going to look at your runes, and we're going to have your Chinese tiles, your angel numbers, and your oracle spheres that we're going to do. So don't forget to be thinking of your yes or no type of question that you'd like to get an answer to. Remember, these readings are a general reading, and they're not meant to be super in-depth. Mostly just to kind of give you some general guidance or idea for the week, that kind of thing. So let's go ahead and see what we have. Oh, wow. Everything is turned over. Okay, let's see what these are when we turn them over here to see what you might be having to do. Okay. Yeah, this is interesting. Everything is bumbling under the surface this week. So I see this as kind of a more laid back week, more, not really, it's not a good new beginning week. It's not a good week to end things. It's not a good week to start projects. It's not, a big transformative week, anything like that. None of that is really going on this week. Everything is kind of underneath the surface instead. Everything is kind of just bubbling there, kind of working its way. It's still gestating. It's still working its way for maybe a different week where, you're going to have a more zoom, zoom, zoom week, or a more very inspirational week, or that kind of thing. I do see, though, that there is some creative forces and maybe some money or a new beginning or birth type of energy coming up, some transformational energy. Also a little bit dealing with relationships as well. So I see some of that stuff that's kind of there, but it's like I said, it's all bubbling under the surface. It's all something that these transformations and these new beginnings and births and creative forces and all that are just kind of still working towards the surface this week. They're possibly coming up in the near future, but mostly it's a getting prepared kind of week, I guess, is what I'm seeing here. Where getting prepared for new starts, new beginnings, because that is something that will be coming up in the future, probably within the next week or two, for you. So getting ready for that energy is kind of a good week. This is a good week to recharge your batteries, and kind of, get that whole thing going. It might be a good meditation week. Just kind of getting more strength, getting more. All right, so let's see what the Chinese tiles have to say. Okay, we do have the 2 here, which does deal with relationships a little bit, or partnerships. And we do have the tranquility and the harmony in the specific symbolism in this tile as well. So if anything, that was bubbling under the surface as well, but it's also came up in the Chinese tile. So if anything is something that you might work on, it's a good time to spend time with your partner. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner, but it's a good time to spend with somebody you're very close to, having good deep talks, things like that. It's a good week for that energy. Okay, now what's underneath the surface, though, is a lot more change, a lot more creative energies, a lot more, things moving right along. The stability of home life is also underneath the surface a little bit, so maybe things aren't super stable yet, but mostly this is the creative energies and other stuff that we're talking about that are kind of still percolating there and kind of still underneath the surface. All right, let's go on to your oracle spheres. And basically how this works is you ask a yes or no type of question that you'd like to get an answer to. And we have 4 different stands here that your answers can appear on. We have green, gold, blue, and purple. Okay. And so we're going to go ahead and get our answers to that. And so basically you pick 1, 2, 3, or 4, and then we'll get our answers. All right, the very first one is a very likely for green. Number 2, gold, is a no. Number 3, blue, is also a no. And a number 4, purple, is a very likely again. All right, so that is number 1, green, very likely. Number 2, gold, no. Number 3, blue, no. And number 4, purple, very likely. Kind of a very balanced little reading there. All right, now let's get our angel numbers next. These work very similar in that we have 5 different stands here to choose from. I would like for you to pick 1 stand, maybe 2, to get specific messages from your angels on. It is possible to use all 5 stands as like lucky numbers or other things. And if you feel compelled, or that the numbers mean something specifically to you, you can use more than 1 stand. That's cool too. So it's however you want to do it. But basically we have 5 stands here. We have bronze, purple, green, gray, and blue. Okay, and then we're going to get our angel numbers for each stand. And then once we pick out the numbers in the description, each number has a couple of keywords or phrases associated with that number. And that's basically the messages that the angels are trying to talk to you about. Something they want you to focus on, or something they want you to look at, or something they think you might be dealing with for the week, that kind of thing. If you feel compelled to find out even more about a specific number that comes up for you, you can go out to the internet and type in angel number, whatever, and you will get a lot more information involved too. All right, so the number 1 here bronze is a 17. Number 2, purple, is a 12. Number 3, green's a 15. Wow, we're all in the teens here. That's interesting. Number 4, gray, is a 40. And number 5, blue, is a 4. Okay, once again, that stable 4 energy, so that might be trying to tell some of you guys something specific here. All right, so number 1, bronze, is 17. Number 2, purple, is 12. Number 3, green, is 15. Number 4, gray, is 40. And number 5, blue, is 4. So there's our angel numbers for the week. All right, guys, I hope you had some messages that were useful to you and get some good information from the angels here as well. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up. Share the channel with your friends and family. We might have some readings out there that could be useful to them. So if you think that it would be, please let them know on Facebook and Twitter and everywhere else that you can think of that you can let your family know about the channel. That would be very useful. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. That's very useful to us. It helps the channel grow. It helps YouTube decide to share our videos with other people. And we just very much appreciate it as well. But we are trying to grow, and so that would be awesome if you could do that for us. Also, leave comments in the comment section. I do appreciate those as well, and I do try to respond to them, at least with a quick response. All of them I get. And don't forget to check out our other videos. We have timeless tarot readings on lots of different topics that might be of use, and they go into a lot more detail than these specific weekly readings do. We do put out videos every single week. We put these out on Mondays as well as tarot readings later in the week. So we look forward to seeing you again in future videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your reading, those of you that chose the kitties looking upon the falling star. Okay, remember we got our runes, we got our Chinese tiles, we have our oracle spheres, and we have our angel numbers. Remember, this is to give you the general idea of the energies for the week and give you some specific messages from the angels through the numbers. Also might help answer a question that you have through the oracle spheres, so don't forget to ask a yes or no type of question. All right, so let's see what we've got going on for this week. Oh, wow. Okay, quite a bit of things here. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Some of the stuff was in the first one, but it was turned over. So it was kind of hidden. It wasn't quite there yet. And then you guys, got it where it was, right here, right now, ready to go. I really feel like you guys this week are starting on something new. You're going to have some new ideas, new projects, maybe even some thunderbolt moments, some successes might come your way. Some guidance, some divine guidance, maybe a little bit of luck coming your way this week. Everything's a little bit askew though, so nothing's going to be major. Nothing's going to be really large, really big, because everything is slightly off a little bit. Nothing is really kind of, up so much, except for kind of the shadow rune here a little bit, then, dealing with your needs and your innovation. So even though this is a good week to work on new projects, it's a good week to get some divine interaction. It's a good week to get some a little bit of guidance, joy, maybe some luck. Like I said, nothing's going to be super huge. Nothing's going to be really, really big. It's a good week to start that kind of stuff. And it's a good week to work on those things, but nothing's going to be big, huge, life-shattering kind of things. It's going to be a good, steady, life going along pretty well kind of thing, okay? I do like that you picked the falling star, because with the luck popping up here a little bit, you guys might get a small amount of some wishes that you've been wanting. Some of those, a couple of things that you've been wishing for might come your way. Maybe a quick little check that you've been expecting in the mail might come, or or, maybe you wish to be able to, go out to eat at your favorite restaurant, and maybe that'll be something you're able to do for whatever reason. Maybe it'll be safer for you to get out and do that, or, there could be all kinds of little things like that. But basically, that's something that might come up during the week. Now, a couple of hidden things we've got going here as well is I think you're not going to be. I see. Okay, we have the gestation that's kind of was turned over, so there are going to be some ideas and some other things that you're still going to be working on, and also there's a couple of other things that I think might be hidden to you that will be clear to you more later. That you're kind of blind to them right now, but then later on you'll be able to see them. I think you're going to be able to keep your ego a little bit under control, though, a little bit, I think, and that kind of thing. Maybe there's been some inner blocks that you might be able to start to chip away at this week as well. So that's kind of the thing going on there. Let's see what else the Chinese tiles have to say here for this. Okay, we do have the dragon energy. So, maybe what I was saying about self-control, I was thinking maybe you could, but it was turned over. So, you might have some fiery things happen. You might lose a little bit of your self-control a little bit this week. You might get in a few really large arguments. It's interesting how the 4, which is your stable foundation, your home life, was upside down. Which means, you might have a few things at home be a little bit topsy-turvy this week. Like I said, there might be a few fiery tempers and fights over a few things. Hopefully nothing super serious, and I don't think it really will be. I think it'll just kind of be big flare-ups, and then they'll die back down. We do have the West and the 2, which is your partnerships, that were turned over. So once again, those are kind of hidden or slightly downplayed this week a little bit. Also being able to totally complete things is also kind of on the surface, underneath the surface, like not quite being able to finish off some things yet. So even though you are working your way towards new starts, new beginnings, new projects, there's some things that you're not going to be able to finish just yet, that still need to be worked on, still need to have your attention drawn to them, okay? So that's kind of the things you guys are going to be doing this week. So let's take a look at your oracle spheres. We have 4 different stands to choose from. We have gold, green, purple, and blue, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And what I want you to do is I want you to be thinking of a yes or no question that you'd like to get an answer to. And then you pick which stand you'd like your answer to appear on, and then we'll get our answers. All right, so the first one here is a not likely. Number 2, green, is a yes. Number 3, purple, is a not now. And a number 4, blue, is a no. Okay, lots of different answers to those questions. Okay, so number 1, gold, was a not likely. Number 2, green, was a yes. Number 3, purple, was a not now. And a number 4, blue, was a no. All right, so now let's go get our angel numbers. These work very similar in that we have 5 different stands. I'd like you to pick a stand that your angel number will appear on. You can pick more than one if you feel the need to do so, if that is something that's striking you. Also, you can use all 5 as your lucky numbers for the week, because that might be useful to you as well. But don't forget, there really is no right or wrong way to do this. It's whichever you feel the most compelled to do. But at least pick one stand, if nothing else, for your angel number. And then if you feel compelled to do more than one, that's fine too. Once you get your numbers, you go down to the description, you look at your number, and you see what keywords and phrases are associated with that number. And that's telling you what the angels are wanting you to pay attention to this week, what they're wanting you to look at a little bit, or what they want you to notice specifically or pay more attention to, that kind of thing. Okay, so let's get our numbers. Number 1, purple, is a 48. Number 2, bronze, is a 19. Number 3, blue, is a 47. And number 4, gray, is 21. And number 5, green, is 38. All right, so our angel numbers are number 1, purple, 48. Number 2, bronze, 19. Number 3, blue, 47. Number 4, gray, 21. And number 5, green, 38. So there is your angel numbers for the week. Guys, I hope you had some messages that might be of use to you for the week. I hope the angels gave you some really important guidance and some things that would be useful to you there. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Share the channel with your friends and family. Put it out there everywhere you can think of. If you think we have anything useful to them on our channel at all, do that. That would be great. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and leave comments in the comment section. All of those things help YouTube decide to share our videos with other people. And by doing that, it helps the channel grow, and we very much appreciate it. So anything you can do for us like that would be great. Also, don't forget to check out our other videos. We have lots of timeless tarot readings out there on lots of different topics. We do our weekly rune readings every week, and we put out other tarot readings every single week as well. So we look forward to seeing you again in future videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Group 3. Welcome to your reading. Those of you that chose this wonderful, beautiful angel, fairy-looking star card here. Remember, we got our runes that we're going to be looking at. We got our Chinese tiles. We have our oracle spheres. So you can be thinking of a yes or no question that you can get an answer to. And then we also have our angel numbers, where it's the opportunity for the angels to give you some specific messages as well, or even lucky numbers for the week. So that's what we do here. Remember, these aren't super in-depth readings. They're just an idea to get you an idea of what's going on for the week. And so let's see what we've got going. Wow. Okay. You guys are going to be having some excitement this week, just a little bit. You guys are going to have some transformations. You're going to be completing a few things. You're going to be ending some things up. You're going to have maybe some new... you're going to have some successes with some things, and since you're finishing things up, that's really good. Some good fortune might come your way this week. There might be a little bit of a problem with some relationships. It might be slightly skewed or not quite in sync this week, just a little bit. There might be a little bit of controlled crises kind of going on, just a little bit. But by seeing the Chariot here, this has also got some crisis attached to it as well. So I do think you guys might be dealing with a little bit of things happening that were unexpected this week. But you also might be going on a journey. You might be traveling somewhere this week. You might be going somewhere. But I also, whenever I see the Chariot, I also think of not just literal travel, but I think of kind of a travel along our path in life, like going on a new journey, new explorations, and new things. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here a little bit. Also, underneath the surface here a little bit, some things to deal with. Okay. This one deals with your home, your inheritances, that kind of thing. It was turned upside down, and it was turned over. So some of the crises that you guys might be dealing with this week might have to do with your family, like extended family, like maybe a parent or an aunt or an uncle or cousin or brother, sister, people like that. You might have some crises, and that may be why you have to travel. There may be something you have to deal with, dealing with them this week. That might be something that you might have to deal with, which is, you know, never fun, but something you might have to do with. We also had some creativity and other stuff that was also some strength and endurance that was also turned over. So to me, that just kind of shows that you need to kind of call on your strength this week to help you get through the week. So like I said, there might be some things come through that's a little bit more crisis oriented, so it might take a little bit. I'm hoping, and I think for most of you, it's not going to be a crisis that is, you know, super life altering kind of crises, because we did have the controlled crisis show up as well. So I feel like it might be something that might be important at the moment you need to deal with, and you need to, but it would be something that you should be able to, you know, call on your strength to deal with and be able to deal with it and then be able to go on. Or at least that's the energy I'm getting from most of you. There are a couple of you that it might be a little bit more intense than that, because I do feel that energy for just a couple of you. So, you know, I guess whatever resonates with you, whatever, you know, feels like makes more sense for you, you know, go with it. Our Chinese tiles here, okay, we do have the 9, which is kind of the ending or getting towards the completion of something. And we did talk about that earlier, that I did feel like you were going to be completing some things because the new beginning was upside down, which to me just kind of shows the completion of stuff. We do have the window, the 4, and the 4. Okay, this is interesting. These 4s were both upside down, one, or well, turned over, and one's upside down and one's up. 4s deal with your home life, they deal with your family, your mother, that kind of energy. And it's interesting how it was kind of turned over and then also kind of in both things. I think that's where the chaos is coming from. And I was mentioning that earlier, and I kind of feel like it does have something to do with like your original family, like who you consider your family, like who you might have grown up with or had that kind of home with. There is a window here that was turned over, which means that there's some clarity, but that it might not be given this week. There might, you know, that might be hidden from you a little bit. The window might be kind of closed for you to get that information this week. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do our oracle spheres, and this is where you ask your yes or no type of question that you'd like to get an answer to. We have 4 different stands that you can pick from. We have gold, green, purple, and blue. Okay, and it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. You pick which stand you'd like your answers to appear on, and we'll get your answer. All right, number 1, gold is a yes. Number 2, green is also a yes. Number 3, purple is a no. And number 4, blue is a not likely. All right, so number 1, gold's yes. Number 2, green's yes. Number 3, purple's no. And number 4, blue is not likely. All right, and then we go ahead and get our angel numbers, and this works very similar in that we have 5 different stands to choose from. We have green, blue, silver, bronze, and purple. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You pick which stand you would like your angel number to appear on, and that number has specific meanings involved in it. And in the description, we have keywords and phrases for each number listed. That will give you an idea of what the angels would like you to focus on for the week or look at, or what message they're trying to give you. You can pick more than one stand if you feel compelled to do so, if you think the angels have more than one message for you. If you want to find out more about your number, you can type in angel number whatever out on the internet and find out a lot more about that specific number, and maybe even get some more specific messages from it. You can use all 5 stands as your lucky numbers for the week, so it's basically however works for you, whatever feels best for you to do. All right, number 1, green is 2. Number blue, 2 blue is 15. Number 3 green is 21. Number 4 bronze is 48. And number 5 purple is 30. Okay. So, number 1 green is 2. Number 2 blue is 15. Number 3 gray is 21. Number 4 bronze is 48. And number 5 purple is 30. So there's your angel numbers for the week. All right, guys, I hope you had some messages that came through and were useful to you. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, leave us comments in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Also, don't forget to share the channel with your friends and family. If you think we have any videos out there that are useful to them or messages that might be of use to them, please tell them about our channel. We have lots of timeless tarot readings out there. As well as videos on other spiritual topics, as well as these rune readings we do every week. So please let them know about it. All those things help YouTube to decide to share a video with other people, and it helps our channel grow, and so we really, really, really appreciate it. I just wanted to say thank you for that. All right, guys, we have lots of videos that we put out every single week, so we look forward to seeing you again in future videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye.